Hey, how's it going, guys? Just wanted to share with you a project that I've been working on for the past about probably 6 months. This is the BB-8 from Jakks Pacific. It's basically a kid's toy, but it came in two versions. One version was just the standard version, and there's the deluxe version. The deluxe version has the sounds and the lights, and this one is the standard version, which I've put in my own sound and my own lights, because even though it's a deluxe version, it's like it's 3 times the price of the standard version, and there's not much difference apart from the sound and the lights, and they're not that great. Which they just pretty much light up and that's it. They don't flicker, they don't change colours or anything like that. So when I first bought it, it was on special for me, so I thought it was a good price. And I was thinking at the time that it was the deluxe version, so that's why I bought it. So initially I made the mistake, but I was kind of happy that it ended up being the standard, because then I'll do my own sound lights. So basically this is the bottom half of it. I'll show you the top half in a few minutes. What I did was totally blacked out the whole inside of everything, the whole, all the sphere, all the dome, everything, which is painted black inside. And as you can see, with all the wiring I've got all over the place, big spaghetti mess. It has this what do you call it, his lighter that springs out and gives you the thumbs up or the finger, depending on how you look at it. Which I've done a few modifications in there as well, just to make it a bit more detailed. On the sides here, they've got these clear parts which come with it. Let me just zoom in. So basically, the way the deluxe version is, it's got the LEDs that connect to that, and I just did my own version of it, which seemed to work out just fine. I just made like a little styrene plate, you know, and hot glued it to the clear plastic there, and drilled in the holes for the LEDs. And I just did that all the way around, basically, for all the specific LEDs that I needed for the top and the bottom, which all goes to an Arduino control board. And I've also got the soundboard hooked up to that as well. I'll just flip this around here. I'll show you what I've done here. There's the Arduino and soundboard there, and I've just made like a little bracket to hold them in place, because they both have USB connectors. So I wanted to, once it was finished, I wanted to still be able to access them. So I've got them cut out here and here. The deluxe version has a switch there, which I've just replaced with my own switch. It obviously has this compartment here for the batteries, and again I've just taken one of these battery holders and just cut it down and modified it to fit. That's pretty much the same process all around. Between the deluxe and the standard, like I said, there wasn't much different apart from just like a circuit board. The actual components were already inside. I mean, obviously the LEDs weren't there, but you know, the clear parts for where the LEDs would go, and the holders and whatever. Like for example, this speaker, the speaker holder was there with all the sections cut out. I just put my own speaker in there, and it actually turned out to fit exactly in the spot, so that was good. What else we got here? I mean, obviously the outside is all treated with weathering and stuff, which I'll get to once I've put it all together. I'll go over that. I just want to show you this before I button him up. Inside here is the his little arm. I'll just bring the camera down a little bit. So yeah, he's got this spring-loaded arm that comes out and gives you a thumbs up. Show you that. And what I've done with that, sorry, just bring it around this side. What I've done with that is I replaced the whole glider assembly that came with it. Actually, I can show you right here what came with it. This is the piece that they give you, which just looked like crap in my opinion. So what I ended up doing was modelled my own and 3D printed it, and add a little wire there, and there's an LED which goes inside and connected to the main wiring. Apart from that, all this detail inside here, I just did all that with bits and pieces, styrene, metal, watch parts, whatever I could find. It actually kind of mimics the Millennium Falcon interior, or something similar to that, which I'm quite happy with. I think that turned out pretty good. So that's his arm section. What else? Let me just grab his head maybe. I'll show you that. There's actually the part that fits in here for the switch. It's actually like a cover, so it would go, so all you would see is that. So I got rid of that and just made my own. Alright, so let me get the top half and I'll show you what I've done to that. Okay, so here's the top, and it's a very similar thing. I've pulled everything apart, painted it all black inside. Comes with kind of a sort of a rotatable head, just a very minimal movement, spins and wobbles this way and that way. Has a couple of antennas. One of the antennas was this crappy thing, which looked sort of grossly out of scale, and wasn't really happy with that. So I made my own of that one. Made it telescoping. And so it sits up like that, and that's just styrene rod, different sizes of styrene rod that fit into each other. So that worked out pretty good for that. I lit up his eye, the radar eye, the holo projector, but you'll see all that once I put it all together. As far as any modification to this, there wasn't really much, apart from the antenna, and I put what do you call it, the HVAC tape, put the chrome bit around there. It turned out pretty good. Oh, actually I did modify. There wasn't a light cut out for this. It was just plastic coloured, painted blue I think it was. So what I did was obviously cut that out and just made like a little light box with the LEDs in it, and just hot glued it in place. And all these wires here, I made plugs for everything so that I could pull it apart in the future, because I've got some plans for it that I haven't done yet, but I do want to get around to. So I wanted to make it easier for the future, to make it accessible. Another thing I did was cut out, I think there was a light, yeah, there was, to cut out that one and that one there, and added the lights to those, because they went there on the standard version, or the deluxe version actually. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll sort of put them all together, and then we can take a more detailed look and show you what I've done with the lights and the sound.